Hey folks, this is Vorkosigan78. In this video I'm going to show some details of how I built my Vorkosigan Circuit Lego Mario Kart track, which is made for these little RC cars I built up with Lego on top of a RC car body. So I have another video out there that shows the cars running around the track. Some folks had asked for Koopa in a car, so I put Koopa in the B-Dasher that Yoshi had been riding in the video just to show we're both compatible with it. So alright, I'll start with the grassy region of the course. It has 4 different biomes or worlds. So for the sign, the finish line, I made some custom sticker, the Vorkosigan Circuit label there. I found a font that replicates the older, like Super Nintendo N64 era text in the games, and built that up. Also made stickers for the question mark item pads, and obviously the newer games you have a 3-dimensional item block, but like Super Nintendo I made them built into the course so that they won't interfere with driving. So these are stickers that then I just cut out and put over the yellow tiles. Didn't want to try to match the yellow because that's never perfect, so I just cut them out at the black line. And of course, using various elements from the sets, Mario's house, the guarded fortress castle, and the piranha plant, all the enemies, and then a bit of the hills with eyes that I had made for the bullet build blaster MOC. And with the small trees that come with the character packs, you end up with a kind of forced perspective thing, as if the hills are in the background there at a distance. So that's pretty much it for this little grassy area. There's a ramp to the lava area then at the end of the course, but I'll go around in the direction that I was driving in the videos. So next would be the desert area. Got a Monty Mole there, some cacti from the Bullet Bill character packs. And this should be up here. Right, they got my Bullet Blaster there, again from the other MOC they made. It's treasure chest, which is from the Toad set. I don't actually have that set, but just built it up. Saw a similar version from the instructions, and of course Pokey over there. And since we're going right from desert to water, I figured might as well make it have a little bit of beach details with some crabs and the classic pine tree articulated, or sorry, not pine tree, palm tree. Articulated palm tree, which are pretty fun. Those old ones. Alright, so now the water section, which is basically made to look like a boardwalk, like a beach boardwalk. So I thought it'd be neat to show like some sea life through some clear windows in the boardwalk. I use these round tiles with knobs, with rods on them, I should say. There we go. Which can be put into a 1x1 round plate with hole and give you a quick, switch from anti-stud to anti-stud, basically, and flip the direction of the studs in a small amount of space. So I use these as standoffs. And that allows this little snot element here to fit in and pretty much blend in with the boardwalk. And of course have some urchins popping up there. And for the jump section, I kind of wanted to make it look like, you know, something had wrecked the boardwalk. Maybe a shark had taken a bite out of it, something like that. And then you ended up with this ramped up section. So there's some blue slopes under there supporting it. And it uses some clip pieces. To get the spacing right, I had to use some jumper plates there. Right, so it just clips onto bars, you know, like 1x2 modified width bar on the end there. So just 5 of those attached to the bottom here with the slopes to support it. And it's very sturdy, no issues with the cars driving over it. And another thing I should mention about these, all the raised sections, the water and lava sections, I have basically 32 by 32 base plate sections for some of them. Other ones are a little bit bigger. The lava section, there's a bigger one, but anyway, so a nice, easy to handle section has Technic bricks and pins on the ends so that they can be taken apart and joined together. Theoretically could be all rearranged as well. So that was pretty convenient for when I was building it. Couldn't keep it all laid out all the time, so I could easily take them apart, reassemble them, and stack them up. And the last section of boardwalk is just a smooth section with some the Eep Cheeps jumping out. Alright, then on to the Bowser area with the lava and the flames. Alright, so we have a Womp there ready to jump out on the course. Just nice big flames coming up, and then just various elements from the Bowser Castle set. Some Peepas as well, and I just modified part of that set to basically take the front of the part that leads up to Bowser, take that off so that I could position it closer to the course and have it like Bowser's watching. I wanted to make a car for Bowser, but he's just a little bit too heavy. Mario kind of pushes the limits of the weight the car can handle, and Bowser's another 50% heavier than that. So I don't know, I might build a car for him, but he doesn't drive around that well, it seems like, in terms of weight. So he's just a spectator there. And there's another rotating tower from that set, which is rotated around there with on the other side, and some lava bubbles. And then I made this little area of like lava breaking through the stone of the road and using these little pyramid pieces to give a little bumpiness. And I actually put light bricks in there. The one battery is really dying. I don't know that you can really see it well in the other video, but yeah, I thought it was a fun little detail. So I actually used these axles with the stopper on the end so they don't go through. They fit pretty well in there, such that when it's clipped together, they go into the Technic brick on the other side just a little bit, and allows it to mesh with the other side and stay on while it's clipped together. So just a fun little detail there. And I guess you know, one thing I mentioned in terms of the overall success of the course is that you can see in the video it's pretty hard to drive around these turns. It really needs to be wider for this scale of RC car, which I can't really go any smaller on the cars and still fit with the characters. I mean, maybe a little bit, but I think that the cars then wouldn't be able to hold the weight. They might look okay, but they wouldn't probably have the power to move the car, the Lego structure and the characters around. So yeah, it's kind of trade-off. It probably basically would be better to do a wider course. You can see on these turn sections it's actually wider than this straightaway. Okay, and the same thing over here. That's something I had to do as I was building it. I found like I just could not make these turns, and I had to kind of widen it out and extend these sections a bit. So had the ability to make the turns, but it was still difficult. So really just needs to be a bigger course to really be effective as, you know, something you can play with and drive around all day. But that's just so many tiles, right? It's just a lot of parts. So this is about as big as I wanted to make it at this point. Anyway, I think it's pretty fun to see and fun to drive around a bit, even though it's not super effective as an actual like 2-player race. Give it a nice wide view. Well, thanks for watching. Let me know if you had any questions in the comments. I think I will probably try to post some more stuff about how I built the cars as well. Maybe another variation on the car too. But yeah, there you go. Thanks.